The carrier moves through the Pacific before sunrise. It is massive ship cutting a dark line across the water. All radios are silent, and even casual conversation is kept to a minimum, as if noise itself might betray their position. Sailors work under dim red lights, securing equipment and guiding aircraft into place. Below deck, pilots sit shoulder to shoulder in cramped ready rooms, studying grainy photos of enemy planes and coastlines, committing every detail to memory. Some jog quietly to steady their nerves, while others stare at the floor, lost in thought, aware that this flight may be their last. As dawn approaches, the call to flight station is echoes through the ship. Engines roar to life, shaking the deck as propellers whip the air into a violent blur. One by one, aircraft race forward and leap from the carrier, disappearing into the pale sky. The ocean swallows them quickly, leaving only empty space behind. On the bridge, officers track each launch with tight expressions, knowing fuel is limited and rescue is uncertain if anything goes wrong. Moments later, radar operators report faint contacts moving toward the carrier. Fighters already in the air are redirected, climbing hard into the clouds. The first enemy planes break through the haze, sunlight flashing off their wings. Machine guns open fire, and the calm morning shatters into chaos. Trails of smoke streak the sky as planes twist and dive in deadly spirals. Far below, the carrier turns sharply to evade. Its crew bracing for what they now know is inevitable. The enemy has found them, and the true test of Carrier X has begun. Smoke hangs over the deck as the carrier bears the scars of repeated attacks. Twisted metal and scorched paint mark where bombs and near misses have struck, and damage control teams fight stubborn fires that refuse to die. Sailors move with grim focus, dragging hazes through flooded compartments and hauling the wounded to safety. The smell of fuel and burned steel fills the air, a constant reminder of how close the ship has come to destruction. Despite the damage, flight operations continue without pause. Aircraft land with engines cooling, fuel gauges nearly empty, arresting cables snapping tight at the last second. Pilots climb out of their cockpits shaking with exhaustion, some bleeding, others silent after watching friends vanish into the sea. Mechanics swarm the planes, patching holes with whatever materials they can find, racing against time to jet fighters airborne again. By afternoon, enemy bombers return in waves, descending through heavy anti-aircraft fire. The sky fills with black bursts and screaming metal as gunners fire until their barrels glow hot. Explosions rock the ship, throwing men to the deck and ripping equipment loose. Still, more planes launch, rising through smoke and fire to meet the attackers head-on. As darkness begins to fall, the carrier presses on, battered and bleeding, but refusing to turn away, knowing that holding the enemy's attention is the only way the mission can succeed. Night settles heavily over the ocean, broken only by the dull glow of emergency lights and distant fires burning on the carrier's deck. The ship moves forward at reduced speed, every vibration echoing through its wounded hull. Below deck, exhausted sailors collapse wherever they can, while medics work quietly among rows of injured men, dying what they can with dwindling supplies. The constant hum of engines becomes a lifeline, proof that the carrier is still alive. Just before dawn, alarms sound again. Radar SCRENS light up with multiple contacts approaching fast. There is no panic now, only routine born from exhaustion and resolve. The remaining pilots climb into their aircraft, faces set and eyes hollow, exchanging brief nods instead of words. Engines roar, and the last operational planes lift into the grey morning sky as anti-aircraft guns begin firing once more. Above the carrier, the final battle erupts. Fighters and bombers collide in violent spirals, tracers slicing through clouds and smoke. Some planes fall burning into the sea, others limp away barely holding together. Then, slowly, the attacks begin to fade. Enemy aircraft turn back, drawn toward a larger battle elsewhere, never knowing the true purpose of Carrier X's sacrifice. As sunlight breaks through the clouds, the crew gathers on deck, surveying the damage and the empty spaces left behind. The carrier changes course at last, heading toward friendly waters, scarred, grieving, but unbroken, having completed its mission on nothing more than courage, faith, and a wing and a prayer.